Hi guys, and welcome to episode 17 of Getting Dev Working by DecaDoesRust. In this episode we're going to show you about installing Eclipse. What was it? Eclipse. It's RustDT, which is the Eclipse plugin itself. So I know at the moment we've got the Atom editor, which seems to work great for me. But some people use Eclipse, so I wanted to kind of go through the installation of setting up the Rust in Eclipse. So first we're going to see if we've got Eclipse available to set up, which I believe I've already got it on this Linux, but basically you would do sudo apt get install Eclipse and then put in your password. And then if it's needed, it'll kind of go through the install. But at the moment I've already got the latest, which is 3.8. I've got to check whether that's actually good enough, or 4.6 is needed. So it's not a lot of use, the current version what I've got on there, so I'm going to have to actually go through the installation of 4.6. So if I do Eclipse at the moment, it's not the Neon version. So let's take a look. Okay. It's taken a while. This is the actual first start of this version of Eclipse anyway. But it does mean we're going to have to put 4.8 or 4.6. We need to pop Eclipse directly off the downloads then. Okay, not a major leak issue. So we're going to have to do some downloads. Okay, so I'm going to Control-C this for a minute and clear that. So we're going to have to actually download Eclipse through the browser. In the browser we're going to literally just go to the eclipse.com or .org, whichever one it says to go to on here. Eclipse.org downloads, that's what we're looking for on there. So I'm going to literally just type in download Eclipse. Now I'm pretty sure the current one's Neon, so we'll try and get a hold of that. Eclipse downloads. And download 64-bit. Let's see how long it actually kind of takes. If it's going to take a while, I'm going to actually pause it then. Blah blah blah. Install 64-bit. Download. Thank you for downloading thingy. Apparently it's going to start in a few seconds, otherwise we've got to manually do it. And here we go, it's starting. It's a little bit laggy, but okay. Save the file. Okay. It's 44 meg, so it shouldn't take loads of time, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to still pause it just in case. And I'll unpause as soon as it's downloaded. Okay, it's downloaded in here, so I'm just going to literally double click it and see if it opens in the Archive Manager. Eclipse Installer. So I'm going to literally drag the Eclipse installer there. Hopefully it's got a binary package. We don't have to compile the whole thing, but we'll see. Did it actually drag in, or does it need to actually... Okay, I don't think it's responding in the whole dragging in, so I'm going to just do it literally the old-fashioned way. So if I go cd space downloads, and then tar xvzf, what was it called, Eclipse. There we go. Let's cd into Eclipse installer, and let's have a look what we've got. I'm guessing it's at Eclipse-inst, so I'm /Eclipse-inst. See what we get. Eclipse install, it's got a graphical install, wicked. Okay, that's good. Just saying, I've never installed Eclipse Neon on Linux, so this is the first. What I'm going to do, since it seems to be taking a while, I'm going to pause until it gets to the next step. I'll see you in a second. Okay, we've got to the point where it's now got a loader, so we can install Eclipse. I'm going to probably install it for C and C++, mainly because Rust usually has a back end of that rather than Java, but I don't know yet, so I'll have to figure that out as we go. I'm going to say that for now, because that's going to have the CDT in it. I mean, does it actually have Eclipse standardized, as in no particular Eclipse, or just what? Java developers, PHP, Eclipse committers, DSL tools, modeling tools. No. So literally I'm going to go with the C and C++ developer version and install. Hopefully that'll cover all the bits what's needed, and then we'll try and get the plugins dealt with. Let's take another look through this. Start Eclipse and go to install new software, add button, RustDT. Platform runtime binary. Here exists a new package from for an Eclipse package without any other IDs or extras such as this. Don't know that, that's fine. Start Eclipse, help install software. Click on add and then choose that. Yeah. Okay, it's fairly straightforward. Okay. So that's doing. I'm going to pause until this is actually installed, and then we'll run through the next steps. Review next. Oh, it's just asking for the license and stuff, so I'll just say yes. Accept any licenses and click next or OK on things, or accept, and continue. I'll just pause now until this is actually finished installing, and then we'll get back to the next steps. Okay, it's finished that part. Now I'll click on launch and see how well it works. In the background we've got a lot of random critical errors, but you can just ignore those. Those are just programming issues and other bits and pieces in the background we can kind of ignore. In fact, I'm going to clear that. Looks like Neon's booting up with its normal splash screen. Usually it'll ask you for your workspace. I don't know whether this one's going to actually ask that. So we'll see how this goes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause again, because this can take quite some time for the first booting of it, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, so it's now asking for a workspace. I'm just going to use the standard workspace, whatever it uses, so I'll click OK for now. It's doing its splash screen again, so I'm going to pause again and wait. Okay, I went and made a cup of tea whilst waiting. It took a while to kind of start up for the first time. So I'm just going to close the welcome screen, and let's give this a go and see how it goes. What was it? It was help. Install new software. I'm just following what this says basically. Then click add. So there should be an add button in a minute. Work with, select type of site. Can we select anything in particular? Download. I think it wants me to type the website address. So if I look here, click the add button to add an update site. Enter the URL in the location field and click OK. Let's look at that. Let's copy that. Let's go over here. Work with. Click add, just out of interest. Add repository, location. Paste that. And call it RustDT for now. Click OK. There we go, got work with RustDT. pending. I'm presuming it's kind of loading up its stuff now or something. So I'm going to double check what it says to do next. Oh, click OK. Select the recent added update site in the work with drop down box. And then in the filter, RustDT. I'm guessing that's this one, to be honest. Oh, there we go. 062. So let's look at this. Select the recent added update site in the work with down box. Select RustDT. Select the RustDT feature and complete the wizard. Okay. So let's select this RustDT feature. Next. Checking requirements and dependencies. Hopefully it'll actually install all dependencies. According to this it does anyway. And then afterwards we're going to restart Eclipse. So let's have a look. RustDT, reviewing item to be installed. Yep, next. Accept the terms and finish. And wait for it to install, hopefully. Okay, whilst that's doing it's all installing software. What I'll do is I'll pause until it's installed and then we'll do a restart. See in a second. Okay, it asked me whether I wanted to restart the Eclipse IDE and I clicked on OK or yes, and then this kind of gets us all set. It's got a RustDT user guide here. Now, on the guide here it says to read the configuration section, so I'll click on that. Most IDE functionality. Path to installation should be configured in the Rust preference page. Accessed by window preferences. Additionally, code completion, you need the Racer tool. You also need Rust sources package. The package is not included in the Rust installation. It must be downloaded separately. Configure the Rust source directory to point to the source directory of the package. Outline a quick outline on the fly, passing errors. And you'll need the Rainicorn tool. The source format Rust FMT. Recommended download button preference page. Have Rust automatically download the corresponding tool. This will use cargo install and such Rust installation must be already configured. Okay, so let's click on Rust user guide just in case it's got any links to actually just do the thing. No, it's just opened it up. And that's just opened up exactly the same thing. ID functionality for code completion, need the Racer tool. Let's see how to install Racer. Do we have to manually install it or code completion for Rust? That's great, but what? Installation with cargo install. Cargo install Racer. Okay, let's give that a go and see if that works. So let's go to here and do a cargo install Racer. Okay, so that's for Racer. It's downloading the correct thing, hopefully, 1.2. And any other bits and pieces it needs. Okay, I'm presuming these are all the different dependencies for Racer, so whilst it's doing that, I'm going to get back to the user guide and see what other bits we need. Racer tool, we need to Rust. We also need a Rust sources package, so let's have a look at this. What's this saying? Windows, blah blah, source. Okay, so download this as well. It's quite a bit of a convoluted sort of setup, really, but okay. Again, this is first time setup for it, so I'm not too sure exactly what I'm doing. I'm just following the guide. Okay. Let's continue to look through this. Give it downloads. Okay, so let's go back one so we can actually take a look at the guide again. Configure the Rust source direct, point the Rust source direct in the package. For outline and quick outline on the flight parsing errors, you need Rainicorn tool, wherever that is. Is this another cargo thing? Installation. So we just run that basically. Let's copy that. Try and do it in series though, as in. So that's still actually doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause this whilst it compiles all these because it may take some time, and then I'll be back with you for the next step. Okay guys, so it has finished doing that, and it's installed it into the home, my username, .cargo/bin/racer. So the next step was to go to preferences in the window folder, sorry, the window menu for Eclipse, and go to Rust, and you've got directories, things like where the Rust installation is. On mine it's use a local bin, and then wherever you have the source. Now I just untarred the source directly to my downloads folder. Now where are we? Let's go here, show you what I mean. So I'll put it into there. So all I've done is I've pointed it to the one that's already there. So it's in downloads, Rust C source. Then the Racer executable is which one we actually installed here. So I've just copied and pasted where the executable is into the executable area there. Next I'll go to install the Rainicorn, whatever that is, into the system. So I'll go to actually have a look at the setup for that, which should be somewhere around on here. Let's look. Rainicorn, here we go, cargo install, -- git, and all the bits and pieces. So let's copy that. Now I'll literally just paste that in and let that install. Okay. So while that's doing, I'll pause the video and let it install, and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, that's finished actually doing that. Now what we're going to do is grab whereabout parse describe is. So I'll copy that. Then go over here. It's this executable parse describe. So if I paste that there, I've still got to do this RustFMT, which if I go over to here, as you can see, we've got this RustFMT repository here. It's cargo install RustFMT, so I'm going to do that. Cargo install RustFMT. Again, this may be quite a while, so I'm going to actually pause whilst this does its thing, and we'll be back as soon as it's done. Whilst this is going, I've just actually noticed these download buttons. I possibly could have just clicked on download, by the way. I may have done it the long way around, I don't know. But we'll see how it works. If it works okay this way, then that's great. If not, then I may actually have to do the download way like that, because it may be a case of certain versions it prefers. But we'll find out in a minute anyway, because I'm doing the standardized installation here. So I'm going to pause again. That was just to kind of go over that. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so that's installed, and I've added this path to the Rust format and clicked OK. Now I'm going to just double check a couple of things. New project is created with the new project wizard from Project Explorer context menu. So theoretically I should be able to make a new project now. So shall we try? Let's close the welcome. New project. Let's take a look. Rust cargo project next. Project name. Eclipse test. Finish. Cargo execute not found location. Use local bin code. I can see why. That's fine. Let's cancel that for a minute. One thing that I did notice, but I kind of tried to ignore for now because it looked a bit strange, is if I go into preferences, then in here, see where I put use a local bin, but it then says the executable is apparently use a local bin cargo. So I'm presuming if I kept rid of this trailing bin here, that will sort it. This is a guess, of course, but it's a fairly straightforward looking thing. So I'm just going to make a new project again. Rust project, cargo project, next. Oh, what was it again? It was Eclipse test. Finish. Let's see. It seems to have been the folder. Let's see. The kind of project is associated with Rust perspective. Do you want to open this perspective now? Yes. So we're opening the Rust perspective. And it looks like we might be okay, yeah. So we look in the source. lib.rs. Oh, it didn't make a It's actually a library, not a binary package. I don't know exactly how it's working in that sense, but that's actually making a library. You know how you do --bin? It seems like it's making a library package for now. Let's double check that again, see if there's any settings. Rust cargo project. Okay, use default location, project name. Use cargo in it to create a project. Project name, binary PRJ. It's got finish. Doesn't seem to have much in the way of register location. Let's untick that. Let's finish and see what that does. Source. This one's created a main.rs. If I don't do a project in it, it seems to be doing the main one. So what I'm going to do is this one, this project, I'm going to have to actually remove somewhere and delete it. Okay, let's have a look. Delete. So we delete that one. Delete project contents from disk as well. Okay. So this binary project is there. Let's see if it actually runs. I'm able to launch. Search cannot be launched. There are no recent launch. Oh, that's fine. It's just trying to do a recent launch. Run configuration. Let's have a look and see what we got with this. Okay, Rust application. Run a Rust application. New button to create configuration and selected type. Right. Build target build, use build target paths. Find project, use build target settings. And run. Let's see what happens with this. Compiling binary project, that looks good. Terminated with Xcode 0. Problem occurred. What's the problem? Launching the name kind of problem. Executable file workspace. Hello world doesn't exist. Okay, why does it not exist since we've just done it? A little bit more information would be needed, really. Local cargo test no run. I don't like the no run part if it's going to run it, if you know what I mean. It's got to be a wrong configuration issue somewhere. Wrong configurations, let's take a look. Okay, binary project, build use, build target settings, test. Build target settings, target hello world. Now, let's actually check the TOML file, because if it says hello world then it might actually be normal. If it doesn't, then I'm going to guess it's not normal. So let's find this. Name hello world, so it should be there. It's a binary package. So let's have another go at this. Check the build targets. It's got a build and a check. So I'm going to actually go to my run configurations again. Okay. Use build target settings of without test and no run. So I don't like this. What do you mean test? Build command. Cargo. Test no run. I don't get this part. Oh, arguments. No. Environment. No. Common. Display favorites menu for local file, shared file. Okay, console message input. No. Okay. Use build target settings. Come to that. So that sounds like it should be fine. Let's just try one more run, just in case it was being a bit special. So it's doing a cargo test no run. Finish debug. Unoptimized, target in 0 seconds. Terminate Xcode 0. Build terminated. Launching binary project. Okay, I'll have a look at a few things. I'll see in a second. Okay, I've done a little bit of looking and I found that it hasn't made a hello world because it's got that dash test in my head anyway. That's what I'm thinking. Because I run it and it says test results okay. So I'm going to change the wording test no run from there, which will be in the wrong configuration. It's rather annoying it does these test things and doesn't actually build the actual thing for some reason. So what I'm going to do is go like this. Let's get rid of that and see if that works. Apply and run. Let's see what happens with this. Cargo build terminated. Okay, that's not. Let's just do a cargo build then. That's what that is. Let's have a look at this. One configuration, a little bit of tweaking and fiddling about. So there we go. Let's do that. What do we do? Build. Okay, that worked. All I did was I added build to the end of the thing. If I go into the configurations and show you, because there we go. So I just added build there instead of test, literally. So if I click run from there, it'll actually build it. do its thing, and then boom, run hello world. So we can actually test this again